Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to another episode of
A BJJ Marriage, where we talk about our lives as a married jiu-jitsu couple.
Hello there.
Hi.
Welcome to another episode of A BJJ Marriage.
22. I can do
22.
it today. Last time I couldn't figure out the 2-1 or the 2-1, so it's 2-2 today.
Yeah.
Works out well.
I know it's hard to count today.
Yep. Hey, I'm still white belt. I'm still learning how to count, right?
You're learning letters. Math comes later.
And numbers.
Yeah, maybe.
My 1, 2, 3 ABCs. 1, 2, 3.
I hate the Jackson 5.
I do.
It's so funny you would sing that.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, I
yes.
actually don't like Jackson 5 very much at all. But I don't really like kids. So they were children when they recorded all their music, and I just can't stand it. It's like listening to Kids Bop to me. So I just don't really enjoy it. I don't care if it's Michael Jackson. I like Michael Jackson. I even like Janet Jackson. But I don't like the Jackson 5. Okay. Our dog is out today. She's been really calm today, so we didn't think that we had to lock them out, because I don't think they're going to come in the camera, but she decided to lay right under it.
Yes.
So expect to see a preview of Scarlet here soon, I'm sure.
We might have a guest appearance today.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch from the Avengers. Reincarnated into my dog.
Yeah. Yeah, when we got Olive, I asked him, or no, I made the choice because I surprised him. I didn't even ask him to get a dog. We weren't even dating yet.
Oh,
maybe we were.
With Olive?
Were we? Were we dating yet?
With Olive?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think we were dating yet. I think we were close.
I was probably dating you.
Oh.
I don't know if you were dating me at that point.
But, yeah, I got her in December, and I think we started dating in March. So, we were close. But, anyway, I just showed up at the house with the dog. And he was like, hello.
I also didn't live there, so.
Yes, you did.
Not then.
Basically.
I know. That's why I told you I should move in. But you didn't say I lived there.
Yeah. That's a story. But anyway, so I got to name Olive. Her name was Oreo at the Humane Society. And I just thought that was too generic. No offense, Brian and your cat. Or anyone else who has a pet named Oreo. But I just thought it was too generic. And she's black and white. Like, how original to name a dog who's black and white to be Oreo. So I changed it to Olive.
Her middle name is Oil.
Olive Oil, like Popeye.
And her last name used to be Fitzgerald. So,
Olive Oil Fitzgerald.
So her initials were Oof for a while.
Oof. Changed in the marriage.
Now it's Ool. That's less fun. That's less fun.
Ool. Anyway, so then we got Scarlet a couple years later. And I told him, I was like, well, I got to pick Olive's name, so why don't you pick this one's name? And her name was Bubbles.
Yes.
Pebbles. Her name was Pebbles.
And she had a brother at the Humane Society. Maybe brother, but like a friend named Bam Bam. It was Pebbles and Bam Bam.
Yep, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and Bam Bam was a little bit too wild for us to take home.
Yeah, he came out guns blazing. He was like, I'm here. And I was like,
if you think Scarlet is a little wild, like Bam Bam was more wild. And we were like, oh, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
we love them.
Pebbles came right up to us and was like, hey. And we're like, oh, you're so sweet. And then we got her home and she was a little devil for like 2 years.
Also, our dog picked her out for some reason.
Yeah.
Of all dogs.
But anyway, so Nick named her Scarlet after Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, I don't know why.
AKA Wanda Vision.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. See, I pay attention.
Vision is the name of the guy. Wanda is the name of Scarlet
WandaVision
Witch.
is the show.
That's right.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
What's Wanda's last name?
Some weird-ass Russian name.
Okay.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
That doesn't help me.
Yeah, something that ends in ski.
Okay. So we named Pebbles Scarlet Witch, and now we have Olive and Scarlet.
A lot of people like to call Scarlet Scarbar.
I call her Scarbar.
Yeah, some people call her that.
I also call her Chica a lot.
It's because that's how you yell at her. Do it. Do that. Eh. You go, eh, Chica. How's it sound?
That's because that's how my mom used to sound. She'd be like, eh.
And then,
Chica!
yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised she didn't look at us.
I know. But I call her, she probably got her eyes all wide open.
Oh,
Yep,
now she's
there
looking
she
at
is.
us. She's like, I'm just laying here.
I'm not doing anything.
What's wrong?
But
She's the biggest cuddle bug of a dog I've ever met.
yes, she is.
She sleeps with me every night, and I feel bad because this past week, I don't know if any of you guys do jujitsu in your sleep or like to get out of bed, but like every day I wake up, I'm stuck between Scarlett and Brittany, and Olive is somewhere else. She's like, nah, screw that. But I normally, if it's like a weekday, I wake up first, and I shrimp out of the two of them so I don't disturb them. I shrimp to a standing position, like a shrimp technical stand-up, and then I walk off the bed without disturbing anybody because our bed's nice like that.
Well, you don't disturb anyone, huh?
That's what I feel like.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay,
But
continue.
the last couple nights, it's been like really hot because we still don't have our air conditioning fixed. And I like shrimp to get out from under the blanket, and Scarlett is like nestled up next to me. And when I shrimp, I just launched her straight off the bed, right onto the floor.
Poor girl. All you could see was her little paws off the bed, like, oh no!
She's like, oh my god!
What happened?
I was just sleeping. And last night I did that again on accident. And I'm sleeping, so I'm not doing it on purpose. But she fell in between the nightstand and the bed. And so she was stuck there like, what the hell? And then when she jumped back up on the bed, she was sweating because she was like stressed.
Yep.
Our poor doggy.
She's okay.
Yeah, she'll survive.
She's super solid.
She's
So.
dense muscle.
She's really bad at jujitsu.
Sucks at defending chokes.
She kind of just stares at you with like a lifelessness in her eyes, like, I'm dead.
She's like, mouth open. I don't know what to do.
I think this is the light. I see it. That's how she is. Olive is a little bit better at jujitsu. She likes to bounce around.
Yeah, she's way better at guard passing.
I was going to say she's a guard passer, for sure. Scarlett's a pressure.
Yeah.
Not even side control. I would say more scarf pressure.
She absolutely is.
Yep.
She lays right up in your armpit and pins you down by your chest.
Yep. She
That's scarf.
nestles into you. Her dogs have their own style. But it's
Dog
not like
jitsu.
us. Typically, we always say that Olive is just like me personality-wise,
Oh, sure.
and Scarlett's just like you, but you're not a pressure person.
No.
You don't really like using pressure too much. I do, but you don't.
That's right.
And I also am not like a huge standing guard passer.
Well, I can't be on my knees right now. So that's a big reason I do just a lot of standing guard passes. But
I'm saying Olive does standing guard passes.
she definitely does.
And I'm not a huge standing guard because I'm more of a tight, enclosed, let me jump in your guard and pin your knee to the ground and hurt you type guard passer.
Yeah, I'm the guy that's gonna run around your guard, and then if you get me in compromised position, I'll just cartwheel it to finish. Mm-hmm. Or I'll step through it, or I'll do one of those like dagger knee slices from like 10.5 feet away.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa!
Yep. We were talking about that not too long ago, about the way I like to pass guard or the way I like to just be in people's guard. And I was bringing up to you, I'm like, yeah, I've been noticing about myself that every time that I slap bump, I normally just walk right into them. Like, I don't stand up. I don't try to go to the side right away. I just immediately like
go straight,
go into them. And I asked you, I was like, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but that's just what I've noticed I've been doing. And then you told me, you were like, oh, I think it's just because you're trying to crowd them and make them uncomfortable. And I was like, yeah, subconsciously, that's probably what I'm doing.
Yes.
So everyone who rolls with me, you'll probably start noticing that when I slap bump, I'm immediately in your face.
Lay you down flat on your back. I'm going to pass your guard.
I even did that to you yesterday where we slap bump and I was like, hey, I'm here.
Oh, yep. That's fun. Yeah, my guard passing strategy is cut an angle off to the side.
Well, I do that too, but like I get in very close.
Yeah, I try to stay far away. I make them come to me, and as they move, I counter move.
And that's the difference. And so I would say Scarlett is more like me in that point right now, and Olive is a little bit more like you.
This is true. Olive definitely runs around the side to pass the guard.
And Olive has more life experience than Scarlett does.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know.
Well, she's older.
Yeah, I guess she's a bit older.
Yeah. Scarlett.
She's fine.
Ah.
She did it. She did the thing.
I say ch.
Yeah, I know. But I didn't know how to make that noise.
Chi-chi. It's like you're saying chi-chi. Chi. She's looking at me like, Mom.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so our dogs are not very good at jiu-jitsu. Doesn't mean they don't try though.
If anybody wants to hold a dog jiu-jitsu competition,
No.
let me know.
Stop it.
Wait, that would probably be dog fighting.
No. Yeah, exactly. You're
okay.
Done. Michael Vick.
I retract that. No dog fighting.
Our dogs do jiu-jitsu all the time though. Olive really likes to bite single legs.
Yes, Olive always goes for Scarlett's legs.
Yeah, and then sometimes she'll like shove her whole head underneath their leg.
It's like she's trying to do a hip toss.
Yeah. It's funny. Okay, so apparently the title of this podcast needs to be talking about our dogs.
Yeah.
Because I think that's all we've done for like 10 minutes now.
Yeah, well, they're our kids.
Yeah.
So we talk about them all the time. Plus, this week has been really tough for us in dog world just in general.
I would say emotional more than anything for me.
Right.
But, I mean, it's been kind of a rough week for dogs in general.
Mm-hmm.
Us and our friends. But basically, we were supposed to go camping this weekend, and we were really excited about it. We've been looking forward to it for the past, 6 weeks. And
yeah, because we wanted to get out of the house and just, chill in the woods and not have our phones and just, have a fire and eat a bunch of hot dogs.
No screen time, fires, hikes in the wild without dogs. So, we actually even got Dave to watch our dogs for us for the weekend so we wouldn't have to worry about them getting dirty or ticks or having to take them with us on hikes and Scarlett not making it because she sucks at hiking. But yeah, so we were super excited, and I had went even grocery shopping on Wednesday for everything. I went and got food for camping, and then I got food for Dave so he would be stocked up for the weekend. Uh-huh. And then...
It's our favorite way to pay dog sitters is with Brittany's delicious food.
Yeah, so if you're ever interested in dog sitting, Nick and I could always use vacations.
Is that how it works?
Yep.
We plan our vacations based on who wants to dog sit and get free food.
Yep. But I'm telling you, I cook all the time. Anyone who has ever had my cooking can attest that I am a fantastic cook. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I just really am. So that's how we pay our dog sitters.
She's she probably needs a brown belt in cooking.
I said purple. I would say purple. Because there's some things that I'm I have never heard of that. And there's seasonings out there that I'm I have no idea. And I also have no experience with seafood.
Okay.
So, purple.
Is that your leg locks? Seafood?
Yeah, the seafood is my leg locks. I can't do it. I mean, not that I can't, I just don't have enough experience with it. Especially now because we're not eating seafood. Yeah. So, I don't think I'll have much experience cooking shrimp and salmon. And every time I cook salmon,
You're more of a traditional gi player.
Yeah.
With cooking.
Would say. But
do you guys ever do that with belt levels and other skills outside of jiu-jitsu? Let us know,
my dad's watching this, yes, all the time.
Yeah, well, we get that from him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But, let us know your highest skill and what belt you are outside of jiu-jitsu.
My dad thinks that he's a blue belt at golf. Which, maybe he is, but he's definitely way better than we are.
That's true. Yes. He actually hit a par guard.
But yeah, he always says, when he first started doing golf for the first year, I think he called himself a white belt in it. He was I have fun and I have a great time, but man, I suck. Mm-hmm. So that's just kind of how we interpret life now, is we are well, what level do you think we're at?
Yeah, for sports, it's pretty easy or not easy, but it's more transferable to say what rank you are based on professionals who are all black belts, and then there's, club sports, and then there's hobbyists, and there's people that have just tried it. But other skills in life, it's very interesting to think where you are on that spectrum.
Nick is a -1 stripe white belt in cooking.
Yes.
Have you ever seen that meme where you take a regular just belt that you would wear around your pants or on your jeans, and then a white belt, and it says this is the first step and it's the greatest step you'll ever make?
The most important promotion.
Yeah, Nick hasn't even gotten that white belt yet in cooking.
Okay, I can boil water.
I don't think that counts.
And
I know you can't.
I know how to make...
You've let it burn before.
I can make chicken patties really well in the oven.
If they're pre-cooked and pre-frozen.
Yes. I take them from the freezer, and I put them in the oven, and I set the timer. And then sometimes I'll put a slice of cheese on the chicken patty, and the bun already comes sliced.
The type of chicken that I'm making tonight, the chicken patties that I'm making tonight, you would have no clue Not a
0%
single idea. I'm making chicken patties on the grill with like actual ground chicken and feta cheese and spinach and seasonings and things. And so when he's talking about chicken patties, he literally means like Tyson.
Yeah.
From the food mart.
The food mart.
Yeah.
Can't drop any grocery store names here.
Yeah. I just saw a post about Moe's Food Mart too, so
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either, but I might start saying Food Mart just because it sounds more fun than grocery store. But
okay, fair.
Yeah, so he's talking about frozen chicken that he can cook. So no, he is still a Gene Belt. That's what I'm gonna start calling you.
A leather belt?
Gene Belt.
Okay.
I like it better.
Gene Belt.
Scarlett just moved you if you're watching the video. Anyway, so we were supposed to go camping and we had bought all this food and we were really excited. And that was Wednesday. And then Thursday morning, we're both up pretty early on Thursdays, like around 5 or so. And
Yep.
I went to go start a load of laundry right away in the morning. And I looked and there was big piles of sick dog stuff everywhere. And I say stuff because I still don't really know what end it came out of. But
mystery goop.
Yeah, it was really gross. So we have a berry tree in our backyard, and every single year the dogs end up eating the berries no matter how hard we get them to not eat them.
And we don't want to like just take our dogs out on a leash.
Yeah.
In our fenced in yard.
Right, that's stupid. We have a fenced in yard for a reason, not to take our dogs out on a leash. Mm-hmm. So the berry tree gets our dogs sick every single year, but it only is for like a week and then it's fine. And typically by sick, I mean just like they have a little bit of runny poop and that's it. Like that's it. And then it's fine. And then they still eat fine. They don't lose a ton of weight or anything. And it's good to go. But this year, it was really bad on Thursday. And I didn't think too much of it right away. I was just like, oh, one of them got sick overnight because of those stupid berries. I hate berry season. I just hate that tree. But it's going to cost us like $3,000 to cut it down. So we don't really want to do that.
Yes.
But
rather have an air conditioner.
Yeah. My goodness.
Wednesday. I think, supposedly.
So anyway, I was like, okay, I'm going to finish this little laundry and go do some stuff, and then I'll come pick that up. So about a half hour later, I came down here to go pick it up, and then there was another spot. And I was like, oh boy, one of them is like really sick. Okay. So I let them both outside, and Olive starts limping and walking weird. And she was
like falling over?
Yeah, she's only 7 years old, but she was walking like a 14 or 15-year-old dog who was dying. And it was very concerning. Like her backbones were like up to her ears. And she was walking very weird and not in a straight line and falling over. And it was like her legs were just giving out on her. And I was like, we need to take her to the vet. Like we can't, we can't just keep going along with her day because she's not doing well. So we're rushing her to all these different vets and calling all these places. And they eventually were able to get us in later in the day and just said that she needs to be monitored for the whole week, like for the next whole week, to see if she gets any worse because they don't know what's wrong with her. Either the most hopeful thing that I have is that she just sprained a muscle playing with him.
Because her and I were wrestling on the couch.
Yeah.
And she was trying to pass my guard, and I kept like doing an X guard on her back legs.
Yeah.
And then she was like jumping all over the couch like crazy. And then
You're doing X guard on her legs?
On her back.
Are you serious?
No, not her individual legs. Just like, you know how I put my feet across her belly?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're the reason my dog is in pain?
No.
Oh my goodness.
That's how we always play like that. Come on.
So she was doing all these weird flips. So I'm really hoping it's just a pulled muscle. But anyway, then the vet also said, well, it could be she's starting to get arthritis. Like she's starting to get a little bit older and maybe you should start thinking about getting her on some joint medication.
I need some joint medication.
We need to do for them anyway because Scarlett's all solid with like these little tiny stubby legs. So her joints are probably going to break soon too. But we're going to get them on joint medicine. And then the worst case scenario is that she like ruptured a disc in her spine. But
she's been much better.
Yeah. But for that first day, it was really scary. Gave us lots of medication for her. One of them was a pain med. That was real interesting. I was trying to figure out how to split those pills.
Those are tough.
They were not like simple pills that you could just break in half. They were circle pills and they were super annoying. We broke it on a pen and I hurt my thumbs. Anyway. But yeah, so she's been on pain medication, and we decided to not go camping for the weekend and just stay home, watch her, make sure she's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
And so far,
we weren't going to be like, hey, Dave, our dog could be like dying, so just like let us know.
Yeah, without us having service in the woods. So cool, have fun. Yeah. And then also like, oh, you need to give her medication twice a day in her food. Make sure she's not eating berries. Make sure she's not just like.
Yes. And monitor her the whole time you're here.
Yeah, like don't take your eyes off of her.
You can't leave the house now. I'm the captain now.
You are no longer just dog sitting. You are complete babysitting. So we just didn't feel that was fair. We decided not to go. So we stayed home and have been, I think this is the first time since Thursday, we have taken our eyes off of her. Because she's fine. I can hear her pitter-pattering around up there. She's
doing much better.
She's jumping up again on the couch. Yep. First night she couldn't get on the bed. That almost made me cry.
Yeah, no. To get her out of the car, I picked her up and she started howling. Because I like grabbed her weird or something. Mm-hmm. Apparently it's just me. I shouldn't touch her.
No, I think you just... Because the vet was like pressing her back and she had a weird spot on her back. And so you probably just like pinched something that was connected to that. But...
Also, she's terrified of me and thinks that I'm trying to kill her all the time.
It wasn't good. It didn't look good, but I have much better hopes now that she's a lot better. So it's been a stressful week, to say the least. I really thought that my dog was dying, and I didn't know how I was going to handle it.
Yes, the expectations of us having healthy dogs was weirdly offset. Yeah. And our expectation of going on vacation was thrown off to the side.
Yeah. So now we're not doing anything until another camping trip till mid-July. I'm glad we have a nice big trip planned in August, but it's still kind of far. So I'm sad we didn't get to go this weekend. But we got to just chill at home.
Yeah, we did a little staycation. Uh-huh. We haven't left the house in like 2 days.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
This is insane.
Yep. Even this morning, we were invited to go somewhere, and I was like, no, we have one more day to just stay at home and do nothing, so no thanks.
Yeah. And we're trying to monitor her still.
As much as possible before we have to go back to work.
Yeah, we'll go back to work tomorrow. So.
Yeah, and then I won't feel so guilty being gone for 8 hours tomorrow. But she seems, for those of you who are very concerned right now, she's a lot better.
Yes.
Like, she's literally jumping up and doing just fine. She hasn't played at all. We're not letting her play.
Yeah.
Like, we're keeping her and Scarlett pretty separate right now, and that's why we're constantly monitoring them. We're also not letting her sit outside for a while. Like, we're really just going out there, letting her go potty, and then coming in.
Yeah, so that she doesn't try to run around in the yard.
Yeah.
Or chase any chipmunks or possums.
Yeah, or get the possum. But she's doing a lot better for those who are concerned.
Yes, she's much better. Mm-hmm. She's still barking at people.
Yeah, that's annoying. Well, she barked at my coworker on Thursday because I asked my coworker to bring me home. My car was in the shop, and she came in, and Olive, like, she couldn't get up on her own. Like, I physically had to pick her up and move her before I dropped my car off at the shop. And my coworker walks in, and Olive, like, jumped up and ran towards her and then fell over because she couldn't get back up. And I was like, you're dumb. Go lay down.
Yeah, that's sad.
So, I don't know if it's the pain meds working wonders or if she really is starting to feel better. But either way, it's looking good so far.
It's much better.
But anyway, so we've had a staycation. So we've just been chilling, doing nothing. And didn't go to the gym too much this week. But we did do a little rolling here on these mats last night. Mm-hmm. Just to get some training in, because we're normally at the gym for like 4 hours on Saturdays.
Yeah. Which was fun. We got nice and sweaty. It's really hot down here.
Yeah, we also don't have air conditioning.
Yes.
So we had a fan going on us the whole time. But yeah, it's been an emotional ride, an emotional week. Kind of crazy. But yes. I did go to an open mat at Neutral Ground.
Kind of.
It wasn't an open mat. That's why.
Yeah, that's right.
It was an actual class. Yeah. But all of us fluids, whoever goes to noon classes, which I normally am working, so I was really happy that I was already off because I was supposed to be camping. And I decided to go to noon class at Neutral Ground, which is super, super fun. I had a lot of good rolls and got some good conversations, good drilling practice in. It was super cool. So whoever's watching this from Neutral Ground, thanks for having us. It was super cool, and I plan to come back.
Yeah, I wanted to go get beat up by all the Neutral Ground people.
Yeah, but it's been a crazy week, and we needed to make a little bit of extra cash.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was fun. And I went to a 6 a.m. class this week
Oh yeah.
for the first time in months.
Yep, we did. We're doing foot stuff. in
Leg
the morning.
locks. Yeah. I think we were doing.
Ankle Achilles locks.
Yeah. Yep, that was cool.
It was super fun.
It's crazy too because there's people who only go to 6 a.m. because of their work schedule, so I don't really get to see them very often. And it's really cool when I do make it to 6 a.m. because then I can see them. And I remember I looked at one of the guys, Mick, at the end because we didn't get a chance to roll together. And I was like, oh, dang, Mick. And he was like, next time. And I was like, yeah, you're right, in 6 months when I make another appearance. And then even Dave last night, because he's doing 6 a.m.s, I was like, okay, I'll see you next week. He's like, yeah, if you make it to a 6 a.m. class. And I was like, that's not my cup of tea.
Why not? You could do it.
Meh.
It's so fun. It's the best way to wake up.
Mm-mm.
Normally, it's hard for me to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
I like waking up for jujitsu.
Yep. Not for other things, but just jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to go driving at 7 a.m.
I do that like 20% of the time when I say that.
Nope. I don't even think it's that much.
Eh.
But 6 a.m. jiu-jitsu, he's like, I'm out the door. Bye. Even 5 a.m. jiu-jitsu. You've been doing 5 a.m. with Lori.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So early.
It's good. Best way to wake up.
I don't even think it would be that different, though, like that bad if you went to bed earlier. But you don't go to bed late, but going to bed at like 11:30 when you have to be up at 4 is kind of crazy.
4.5 hours. That's close to my limit.
Like, I don't
minimum amount of sleep.
I don't think getting up at 5 would be that bad if we went to bed at 10. But we go
That's-
to bed
yeah.
at 11:30. So that's kind of not much sleep.
5 hours is fine.
I wouldn't be able to function.
It's totally fine. That's what my Panera membership is for.
Okay. They're not even open.
Yeah, I get it after class.
Yeah.
I make coffee to bring to class and then get my free coffee on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great system.
We're definitely more vlogging today. We
Yeah.
didn't really know what we were going to talk about. I don't think we still decided, even now. And I think we're, a half hour into this?
I don't know.
It's kind of crazy.
I can't read.
Yeah, half hour.
Yeah. But going back to Brittany's amazing cooking, we're going to talk about preparing for competition diet-wise.
Mm-hmm.
How to stay healthy and how to make food that helps you lose weight but doesn't make you feel like you're eating chicken and rice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think a lot of times when people are dieting, it's such a bad word. I don't like the word dieting, which it is, but it just has such a negative connotation to
Yeah,
it.
because a diet can be whatever you want it to be. A diet is just what you are eating.
Mm-hmm.
So a diet doesn't always mean that you're making food to lose weight.
Yeah. So whenever
Like I love my fried chicken diet.
But a lot
Do
of
I lose
people,
weight?
when they're
No.
trying to lose weight, they always say, like, oh, I need to go on a diet. And it's like, I mean, yeah, probably, but not necessarily the way that you're thinking. Because a lot of people in their mindset is just like, oh, well, if I'm going to go on a diet, then I can't have any carbs whatsoever, no fats.
Only
no-
salad.
Yeah, I can only eat salad and white chicken and maybe some brown rice. Like, that's all people think about all the time. But there's so much that you could do when you are just trying to eat healthier. And it is, in fact, dieting, but it doesn't seem so bad. And by the end of it, not even by the end of it, I would say within a week. I'm speaking for myself because I know he's not going to agree with me. But I would say within a week, if I am doing no pastas and no cookies or any type of sweets in the house, I don't even crave them anymore. Like, I actually crave salads after a week where I don't want the cookies in my kitchen and I don't want the pasta in my cabinet and I don't want any of that sugar.
I'm still addicted to sugar.
That's because you don't stop.
Yeah, and I always have energy drinks with artificial sugar
Mm-hmm.
or artificial sweeteners.
Yeah. But when we go on competition diet, I typically try to wean us off of sugar completely, and that includes pasta, because there's a lot of sugar in pasta.
There is?
Yeah. Noodles.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Especially the kind of noodles we buy. Yeah.
Why is there sugar in pasta?
I don't know. It's just...
That's
how
not
it's
sweet.
made. No! But it's just not good for you. Am I wrong? Is there not sugar in pasta? I thought there was. Anyway, it's not good for you.
Isn't
Pasta's
sugar?
not good for you.
I mean, isn't pasta just egg and flour?
Homemade. Artificial ones have a lot of bad stuff in it, though. Anyway, so we don't eat pasta. And about a week in, I don't even want pasta, which is crazy.
I love pasta.
Yeah, it's crazy for me
It
to say. It
doesn't happen to me.
I
still want
pasta. Like, I could eat pasta every day for the rest of my life.
I try to eat pasta every day.
But I
try to eat fried chicken, and I try to eat pasta every day. And I try to eat donuts. And I try to eat...
Try to eat donuts.
Yes.
What a phrase.
It doesn't happen very often.
Okay, competition diet. Stop talking about your crappy competition diet. So...
Hey, it's called a dirty bulk, and it works. So I get that extra side control pressure.
Okay, whatever. So, if you are thinking about going on a diet, you should follow our page at BJJ Marriage, because I post a lot of inspirational dishes on there. Things that we like to make, or I like to make. Yeah, I changed that. I changed it. But I like to post a lot of different fun meals that a lot of people don't really think about. So, basically, I live on Pinterest with recipes. I don't follow it for literally any other reason. I just go on there for recipes because I
tattoo ideas.
Yeah, but I also am not in any way, shape, or form getting a tattoo anytime soon, so I haven't been on there for that. But I look at lots and lots of recipes because I try to make a bunch of random things all the time and new recipes. Like, I typically make like 2 to 3 new recipes every single week, things that I've never tried before.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
And I would say...
You see this ring?
I mean, I've been...
That's why. Steve won me over with the food.
Stop! I have been on that system for about 2 years now, I would say, where I make new things all the time.
Right around the time when we got married.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Please stay. If we're divorced after this episode, I'm sorry, everybody.
I keep losing my train of thought because you keep interrupting me. I'm trying to tell these people about competition diet, and I don't know how many times you've interrupted me about it. So
you make 2 to 3 different types of meals a week that you've never tried before.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Well, that's where you were.
I really don't remember, though.
Oh. So this week, you tried Mediterranean chicken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was I guess it was Mediterranean, but more like Middle Eastern in a way.
I have no idea. One time she made peanut butter noodles, and that shit was awesome.
It was not peanut butter noodles. He says this all the time.
Yeah, that's what it is in my head.
It was not peanut butter noodles.
She made noodles. Get this. She took a big scoop of peanut butter and put it right in the middle. And then I was like, this is delicious. I don't know what else there was.
Okay, that's what I was going to say, is out of everything that I've made in the past 2 years, there's only been a handful, like probably less than 5 of the things that I made that I'm like, I really don't like this. I really don't want to eat it anymore. Those peanut butter noodles were one of them. I did not enjoy it.
You want to hear the time that I tried to cook for Brittany?
Oh, God.
Story time.
Mm-hmm.
So, one time when Brittany was still a server, she was working late, and I knew that she was going to be really hungry, and I had gotten home from the gym early, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to cook dinner tonight. I'm going to surprise her. It's going to be super nice, and she's going to appreciate it. So, I cut up some chicken. I was like, yeah, I know how to cut chicken. And I think I might have cut up some like onions or something, because she always does that. And then I put it in the pan, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to just cook chicken and onions, which, might be okay. But I had some like salt and pepper, and I was like, what do I want the flavor to be? And I was like, oh, I know what we both love. She makes us Asian dishes all the time. We love soy sauce. So
I do make Asian dishes all the time.
So I take the soy sauce, and the chicken's cooking, and I proceed to dump a bunch of soy sauce into the pan till it like fills up a little bit. So that way it can cook with all the soy sauce.
There's like half an inch of soy sauce.
And be like soy sauce flavored. Because we love soy sauce. And then she came home, and it was like almost done cooking. And I was like, look, I made dinner.
You want to reenact this? You want to reenact how it went? How that conversation went?
Yeah.
You were like, I made dinner. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, thank you. What are you making?
And I was like, chicken.
What is it cooking in?
Soy sauce.
What else?
Nothing. Soy sauce.
What the hell? And I'm like sitting there just like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Why would he do this? But he tried so hard. Like I could tell that it was like, it was such an accomplishment for him to like be able to put something on the stove. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to burst his bubble. I'm not going to tell him this is going to be the worst meal ever created in the history of mankind. So what can I make to make this better? So I was like, okay, I have to do something to like balance out the salt. Like I have to anything. So I made buttered noodles. With,
I didn't know soy sauce was salty because I also added salt to the dish.
I made buttered noodles with a ton of butter. Like I think I put like 2 sticks of butter so that it would soak up all of the salt from the soy sauce. And what happened when we were eating it? Because then, we still had to eat it because he made it. And I didn't want to be rude.
And the chicken was pretty salty. So salty that my tongue like started to rip open. And I was like, okay, I don't think we should eat this.
Oh my God. It was awful.
It was fun.
That was the last time Nick Leah's ever tried to cook.
Yeah.
That was probably like 3 years ago.
I make ramen noodles, all right.
Not the way I like it.
Yeah. But it's edible. I wouldn't die.
Yep. So.
So she takes over the cooking in the house.
So I cook and he does the dishes.
It's a good plan.
It does. It works out really well, actually, because cooking makes a lot of dishes. If there's anything we've learned over the weekend of being home for 3 days, is that it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to have dishes.
I've done dishes like 8 times.
Yeah, it's very annoying. But I've cooked like 8 times.
Yeah. Which is nice. I like it.
I think it's a good trade-off.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Cleaning's way easier than cooking. I'm like at least a blue belt in cleaning.
Follow our page on Facebook and Instagram, A BJJ Marriage. I'm posting our new stuff all the time. So this week I tried Mediterranean chicken. I made a homemade yogurt dill sauce with some feta cheese and catamella olives, tomatoes.
Those are gross.
I'm going to rip your ear off. I really will.
She's going to Tyson me. And then she's going to pack me up in chicken patties. So yeah.
What else did I make? I made stuffed chicken. It was a cheddar, broccoli, cream cheese mix stuffed in chicken. It was completely keto. Mm-hmm. And then we had like a zucchini, black bean, corn salad with that. And that was super, super good.
You mean salsa?
It's not salsa.
Yeah, it looked like salsa. And it was really good.
It was a black bean, corn, tomato, zucchini salad. And it could have been eaten hot or cold. I decided to serve it cold last night because we had hot chicken from the oven. And Nick was like, what kind of salsa is this? And I was like, oh, it's not salsa. It's actually like supposed to be a corn salad. And he was like, this is really good salsa. And I was like, Nick, it's not salsa. And then just now he's like, the salsa was really good. And I want to kill him.
I don't eat salad. Get out of here. My food eats salad.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. What else did I make this week?
Yeah, and she was making really healthy dishes because our friend Dave needs to aggressively cut. And he was going to watch the dogs this weekend. So she had already bought a bunch of food as far as helping him lose weight through the weekend. Mm-hmm. But now it's just all of us. Instead of just Dave.
Yeah. But I mean, Nick is still on competition diet right now, too, because he plans on competing end of July. So we're not super, super strict on our diet right this second, but we're still, like, not eating, like, casseroles and creamy dishes and soups and things like that. Like, we are trying to eat
I like
chicken.
to play the long game on losing weight because the short game of, like, lose 10 pounds in 5 days, that shit's terrible.
Yeah.
That's not a good way to live.
It's not healthy for you.
Yeah.
But if he's competing a little over a month from now, and we started this probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
It's gradual.
Yeah, and that way, like, we won't feel guilty when we have the cookie because we still have time. And then about a week or 2 before competition is when we do get really, really strict on it.
Yeah, we really cut the portions down.
Yep.
But it's still, like, really balanced meals.
I do, like, European portions instead of American portions. And we also, like, take away carbs completely. So no potatoes, no rice, no pastas. And they're all switched out with, like, cauliflower rice and zucchini noodles. It's a big change for us.
Yeah. And diet is a huge factor in my weight, especially because I don't even think it's like physically probable that I should work out more than how much I already work out.
Yeah. And diet's a big one.
Yeah. And that's the other factor.
The other problem with our diet is we like salt a lot.
Yeah, like soy sauce chicken.
Yeah. Perfect. No, I put salt on everything. And part of me is like, I should cut down on that, but I don't want to. Because I eat healthy as it is, so I'm going to add salt to my food because it makes it taste better. And I'm not going to live my life not enjoying the food that I spend so long making just because it doesn't have salt in it. Like, I'm going to add salt to make it taste better.
Life is short.
Yep.
You never know if you're going to get X-guarded and then break your back and then bleed out and die.
Wow! Bleed out and die from an X-guard.
You never know.
From breaking your back? Okay, so we went from X-guard to, is it a sweep? Is that what happened? Is you swept them and then they land on their back wrong and they break their back? And then somehow the bone crushed open their skin and then they're bleeding out?
Exactly that.
What a dramatic thought.
You never know. Life, the truth is stranger than fiction.
Okay.
Let's just say that.
Anyway. So
put salt in your food.
Salt is good.
Because you never know.
Yeah.
She's going to kill me today. Yes. Next episode's going to be a BJJ divorce.
Actually, our next episode is going to have guest Steve Barron in it.
Mm-hmm.
People from Fluid know Steve pretty well. Those of you who don't train at Fluid, you're going to get to know him. He's one of our favorite people.
Yeah, Steve is awesome.
I think he's 2 stripes.
Yeah.
2-stripe white belt. He's been rolling with one arm for the past couple months because of his hurt shoulder. He also had a sprained pinky toe before that, so he's just constantly getting hurt. But
that's okay. We can talk about that more next week.
Yeah, so he's coming on, so be prepared for that. That one's going to be a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we have some other ones in store with like Josh Janis and Megan Wagner. That'll be a fun one.
We're planning more guests.
Yes, lots of people.
Mm-hmm. It's scheduling is proving to be difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's getting words out of my mouth.
Apparently. But not earlier.
Nope.
Bet you Mike Coy is just watching this like, these two.
It's fun.
Yep.
I love pushing your buttons.
So we trained at home last night, and one of the things that...
Yes.
So we took a little mat selfie last night from the home gym, and I posted it on our page of BJJ Marriage, and then I said on there, I was like, tell me, what do you like about training with your significant other, or what do you hate about it? And no one really saw it too much. On Instagram, we got a couple replies, but So the thing that we could talk about is if we look back at, was it our episode 1? Did we talk about that?
We talked about it with Joe and Ellie, which was pretty early on, within the first 5 episodes.
Maybe 2? I don't
Something
remember.
like that.
But yeah, so it's very different rolling with your significant other, in my opinion. Like, Nick is probably, I mean, unless you're a high belt, like brown and black and purples, really, Nick is my hardest roll.
Sorry, love.
And I think it's because I'm trying to kill him and I can't. But what other people say is that you just know each other's game too well.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
You just know what the other person is going to do. And the way Nick described it to me last night was, I basically taught you a lot of what you know, like a lot of your game. And so I know you're going to try to move that way because I told you that you should move that way.
Yeah. It's like all those little talks we have driving home from the gym, you know, or a lot of times you'll ask me questions about situations and I'll show you exactly what I do. And then you go around and try to do that to me. And I'm like, oh.
Well, I have to try it.
I know.
I have to see if it's true, like Master Sauer says. Should we see if that's true? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
That was a good clap.
Yep.
You got to do that in class.
It's better than the kids.
Yeah.
But I think the nicest part about being able to train with your significant other, in this case our spouse, is that we always have a training partner.
Yeah.
Shout out to A Rolling Matrimony. You should check out their podcast too.
Yes.
They're another couple who train together at Neutral Ground who also do something very similar like this. And it sounds like it's a pretty cool podcast so far. So
Yeah, I like listening to it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they said that it's always nice to know that you have someone to train with, someone to work with, which is cool. Because even just last night, we were just sitting on the couch doing really nothing. And I was like, you want to go roll? Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you live with someone who doesn't train, you can't just be like, want to go roll? They would be like, are you kidding?
Yeah. But convince your significant other to come to the gym.
Yeah, like Abro just got his wife to come.
Oh, he did?
That's what he posted about. Remember when she needs to get choked properly?
I thought he was saying that.
Abro.
I don't know.
I thought Olivia was there. I don't know. We weren't there, so I wouldn't know.
We're both assuming at this point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Ted brought his wife.
Yes. And then he broke his knee. Just kidding. His knee's getting better, though.
Yeah. Poor Ted.
Yeah.
I want to roll with Ted. I wasn't allowed to roll with Ted.
Yeah.
I'm a white belt, and I will hurt him. Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Can roll with Ted. But anyway.
Anyways. Yes.
Rolling with your spouse. You were...
Huh?
I don't know.
I'm what?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
I'm in trouble now. I don't know what just happened, but I feel like I'm in danger.
What do you like about rolling with your significant other?
What do I like? I like that we get to spend time together. And we get to do jujitsu together, which is one of our passions.
But the crazy part about you saying we get to spend time together is that we don't. On the mats, like, we never really roll together. We never really drill together, unless we're rotating in and out.
Yeah,
but
I try to roll with you, and then you're always like, hey, who want to roll, bye. But I understand that I'm a challenge for you, too. So, not in the way that you don't like challenges, but in a way that, like, I know it's hard to want to roll with somebody that punishes you all the time. I know that feeling. Because, like, I always want to roll with your dad, but then he's always like, beep. And then I'm like, oh no. I don't know any jujitsu.
Yep.
Yeah, so
your mind
we have
just
that.
goes blank on it.
Yeah. But when we do have the chance to roll together, we have a good time with that.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that. So thanks, love.
Mm-hmm. No, I appreciate it too. And honestly, like, as frustrated as I get because I can't do anything, I do know that I'm still getting something out of it. And it is always nice to just be able to have someone. Honestly, I feel like I'm a little bit more privileged and lucky than a lot of other people just because we do have such a gap between us. And I'm sure Megan feels that way with Josh too, where, like, he's a black belt, she's a purple belt. And so there's just, like, that knowledge gap there. And anytime that I have a question, I can pretty much just come to you and you'll be able to help me out with it, or at least tell me your perspective. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that's how she feels with Josh or anyone else who has that gap. Even Steve and Karen. Like, Karen's brand new, so she probably has lots of questions that Steve is like, oh yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah. Ellie and Joe are a little bit closer.
Yeah. But I mean, even she still has time on him.
Yeah, for sure.
And she can do things.
She's probably going to be purple soonish.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting.
Whoa.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is fun. And the rolling last night was fun until I got mad.
Yeah, she just, like, shut down on me. I was like, dang it. We're supposed to have fun.
I was stuck in your bottom mount and could not get out of it.
Well, I was trying that new thing.
I know, and I didn't like it.
So, it seems to be working.
Yeah.
It's like a transition. It's like a neon belly floating mount.
Yeah, it was awful.
I fucking loved it.
It was awful. I couldn't do anything. Everything that I ever do to get out of mount was not an option. Besides bridge. But even bridging, you had the upper hand on me. Like, I just could not do it.
That's because it's a mount. It's a neon belly disguised as a mount.
So now that I'm thinking about it, I probably needed to take my arm, sink through, and grab that leg.
Something along those lines, yes. Like how you would escape a normal neon belly.
Uh-huh.
You isolate a leg.
Yeah, because now that you say that it's a neon belly, I'm like, yeah.
That's okay. And the journey continues. Yeah. So, takeaways from this episode are eat healthy. Come to our house if you want a meal. Maybe we can do podcasts and meals.
Train with our dogs.
Train with your dogs. Don't X-guard your partners into death. And have fun rolling.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate rule. Always have fun rolling.
Non-jiu-jitsu related, though, I really think that you should not take your relationships for granted.
Oh.
Because you don't know how long you have with anyone on this earth, including pets. Like, Thursday was such a scare for me. I really was in tears, like, all day, because I didn't know if I was going to lose my dog or not. Yeah. And so we were just talking with Dave last night about that, too. And just saying, like, you never know what's going to happen. So when you're thinking about someone, just send them a message, call them, tell them you're thinking about them. Doesn't even matter. And don't wait to do it. Just do it.
Just do it. It's never a bad time to tell someone that you're thinking about them.
Yeah. Honestly, if you're listening to this right now, who are you thinking about when we talk about this kind of stuff? Like, who is the person that you're like, I really haven't said anything to them in, like, the last couple days or maybe even the last couple months. Like, I hope they're doing okay. Send them a message. Just be like, hey, I've been thinking about you. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Just do it.
Just do it.
You never know.
Never ever.
And I'm very grateful that my dog seems to be doing much better today.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. But then even we have each other, and it's not good to sit on grudges or get upset because you never know what could happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be your biggest takeaway on this, even though we didn't really dive into it. But that's where my weekend head has been at.
Yeah, it's been a weekend, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, but you can't have peaks without valleys, right?
Right. Sorry, we vlogged on this a whole lot more than anything, but got to know us a little bit more. Yeah. I'm sure there's lots more of that to come.
You know how this episode popped over everywhere? That's how my brain works. If you're wondering.
Did you know Nick has ADHD?
No.
I just figured that out 7 years into our relationship. Anyway.
That's fine. Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks, guys, for listening.
Thanks for watching.
Give us a good rating, like, subscribe, share, all those good things. I appreciate you all. You have a great day.
For sure.